we have 6 a.m. meetings, 7 a.m. practice. We get done around like 10, 11. Then after that, you have a whole day full of school, academics you have to take care of. And then as well as getting your fuel in, your nutrition in. And then you come back from more meetings. And then you go home and then finish your day by doing some homework. And you gotta get to bed early because you gotta start all over again.
All over.
Monday through Friday, no matter the day.
Feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my element. New whip, trunk up in the front, I whip an elephant. It's all limo tent, that's how you move when you the president. You assin' off stream, treat him like my last name. Disrespecting, you just signed a check for a long day. Appetizer rappers, you will never be an entree. Really, you a condiment, and I hope y'all follow.
Hey, welcome to the Players Lounge, presented by the Rockin R Bar. It's your boy Josh Perkins. I'll be sitting with some current MSU players, some former MSU players. We're gonna chop it up a little bit. I wanna take a second to thank all our supporters out there. It's gonna be a great season. It's gonna be a great show. Let's go Cats. Okay, welcome to season 1 of the Players Lounge. Here with my boys on the D-line. Why don't you state your names and your hometown?
All right, my name is Blake Schmidt, and I'm from San Diego, California. I play nose guard.
My name is Sebastian Valdez. I'm actually from San Diego as well, and I play defensive tackle.
Declan Geddes, played defensive end, 92 to 97, originally from Junction City, Oregon. Now I live in Bozeman, Montana.
Let's go. Hall of Famer in the building here today. So we're gonna sit around, talk a little bit about what it's like being a D lineman. You know what I'm saying? I know they say you guys something like the ogres of the team, but speaking with you guys, you're a lot smarter, I think, than people give you credit for. So just kind of explain to me, like, what's some of the things that separate you guys as far as like you feel, as far as being a D lineman and compared to other positions on the field? I personally think DBs are the most talented because you got to run backwards, forwards, and all that type stuff. But you guys are basically glorified sumo wrestlers. You fight every down, like you in a full-on fight for your life, every position, every snap. So maybe elaborate a little bit more on that as far as being a D lineman. What would make that different than any position?
D lineman is probably like the most physical position group on the entire football team, and a lot of people just think we're like just all muscle and nothing going on up here, but a lot of D-line play, like almost like 50% of D-line play is like technique. Okay. And so you could be super athletic and and have no technique, and you're going to be a bad D-lineman.
So similar to golf or something like that. Like me and golf, I have no technique, so my got flying area
exactly.
Did you feel the same way too? Back in that, I know the game changed a little bit from the the early '90s to now. What did you see the difference in the gameplay now to where you played?
Well, back when I was playing, I wasn't necessarily the strongest or the fastest guy, but a lot of what you said was just watching a lot of game film, knowing and anticipating what was going to come, setting up that third down pass rush by doing some earlier pass rushes in the game. So it's a lot more mental than what people give it credit for.
Okay, so it's like, do you feel like when you make mistakes, is it? That's what I always felt like as a DB, like we make mistake, like the whole stadium knows. You know what I'm saying? Is it the same way kind of with you guys, or is it's just amongst yourself? So like when you see Seabass play, do you know he made a mistake watching him play,
yeah.
or?
Oh yeah, especially on defense, when you made a mistake because the offense gashes you for however many yards. Offense doesn't really have that problem. They make a mistake, they fight another down, Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you get cut out of your gap and you don't know you got those linebackers won't be able to shoot through there, or you get cut of your one job and like he said, the offense will gush you.
And so you saying those gaps, so people, maybe better understand. So, if you got a line, if you're looking at an offensive, defensive line, you got gaps in between each players, right? And each person got a responsibility within that gap. So I guess trust is very important amongst teammates. And it's the same thing. That was the same thing for you back in the 90s. Everybody had to do their job, basically.
Yep, gap sound. And back when we played, most teams didn't have tight ends, so the defensive end's gap was from outside the tackle to the sideline. So can't let anything get outside. You have to contain
that whole area, that's all you, huh?
And if I made that mistake, then you needed to make the tackle.
Okay. No, I think I can remember Coach Heisel yelling, "Contain!"
Yeah.
Contain. I think that was the biggest thing I remember him saying. to these things. So that's I guess that's when some of the big plays happen is when teammates aren't trusting each other, right? And then maybe two people go to the wrong gap, and then another gap opens up. Is that what normally happens in big plays and stuff like that? Is usually someone not doing their job.
Exactly.
And it's almost like almost not their fault because you're trying to make a play, right? But that's the one thing you got to try and fight, like I guess that urge to make a play versus doing what you're supposed to do sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with the right technique, plays will come to you and you will make plays. If you're trying to find plays and trying to create stuff, then that's when you run into trouble.
And mistakes are always going to happen, but you just got to be there for your teammates, like lift them up, tell them like next play, good play, bad play, next play.
Okay. And what about when you guys, like when you first came in, like the transition from high school to college, like how was that for you? Was you getting your butt kicked? Was you realizing? Was you hanging a little bit? Like what was that moment?
Yeah, when I first came to college, I was on scout team. I would get my butt kicked every day.
Okay.
But it was good character building.
That's what they say. Them bruises, you know what I mean? You learn a thing.
But without like getting my butt whooped, I wouldn't be like where I am today. You know. Now I'm the one whooping the butt.
Oh. Okay. What about you?
Oh yeah, I'd say the same thing. I feel like it was completely different. You come to a great college and everybody has talent. Everybody's good. So you're competing with people of your skill. So it was definitely a hard transition from going from like a small school to college like this, but you definitely learn from it. Like he said, you get knocked down, but as long as you get back up, you're good.
Yeah. You too, Dev? Did you?
Yeah, I mean,
Come
I grew up in a
Oregon?
really small farm town in Oregon, and back when you played high school football, you were the best player in the field. You were dominant, playing defensive line. It was almost like playing linebacker because you could just move people out of your way and run to the ball. You learn that doesn't work in college quickly.
Easily, yeah.
Now everybody that comes to college was the best player from their high school.
Yeah. So you're in the room with everybody that's just like
everybody's
you.
the big dog.
So was it, what you guys felt like? Was it more like the speed of the game or more like the scheme of the game? What was maybe the hardest part for you? Like dealing with people that were stronger, dealing with people that was a little bit faster at that moment? Or was it like understanding, like the scheme of football? You know what I'm saying?
I'd say both, and technique. I feel like in my high school, we had 4 plays on defense, and it was usually shooting up a gap.
Okay.
Here, you come here, and they're teaching you to stay in this gap, fight this double team, and you're like, I don't know what that is. I just run up the field.
Exactly.
So I feel like that was the hardest part, transitioning from like having to know this playbook, understand what it means, and doing the technique right. So it was definitely like a lot of weight on your shoulder,
Yeah, and everybody's just so much more athletic than what you see in high school. Right. And everybody has college technique is a lot different than high school technique. So.
No, I totally see that. I think our same thing. It was kind of easy for me because we just played man defense. But when you come here, you got to learn different zones, different positions. It was the same thing. It was a little bit of the transition because you got to rely on so many other people for certain to happen. But before it was just me and you, and they had to worry about nothing else. Like, I got to study. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was pretty easy. I just line up in front of this guy and stay in front of him. That was pretty easy in high school. But now, you got to learn skill. You got to almost know what everybody's doing. So I almost say the same thing. The physical part was okay. I feel like I can hold my own. But yeah, definitely, I think at least for me was that scheme part of it. Has some difficulties. At the same time, trying to get adjusted. So almost kind of transitions to my next question as far as like being a student athlete, right? Like, give me you guys as like just a daily, because some people don't know how much work you got to put in to be a collegiate football player, right? Give me like a normal day. Give me like an off season. I want you to give me an off season day, and then you give me a season day. Like, how does it run?
I mean, for me, I'm in summer school right now, so I get up around 6:30. Get up, eat breakfast.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
Eat breakfast. Drive to the weight room. Lift weights and run for about 2 hours. Come home, eat again. Then I start my summer school work, do that for a couple hours till the afternoon. And then it's summertime now, so we get like a little break during the day. So maybe it's like nap time.
Okay.
That recovery, you can't underestimate that recovery. So eat again, and then we're back on the field for more work after that.
Okay. So what about during the season? What's like a normal day during the season?
It's tough. We have 6 a.m. meetings, 7 a.m. practice. We get done around like 10, 11. Then after that, you have a whole day full of school, academics you have to take care of, and then as well as getting your fuel in, your nutrition in, and then you come back for more meetings, and then you go home and then finish your day by doing some homework, and then you got to get to bed early because you got to start all over again.
All over.
Monday through Friday, no matter the day, and then Saturday, you go and play somebody.
You got to attack every week the same, because you can't. I mean, you can't underestimate any opponent. You can't get comfortable. Like, you have to attack every single week the same way.
So what helps you get through those? Is it the determination to be great, not wanting to look bad on film, not wanting to look bad out there in front of the crowd, or just like supporting your brothers? You want to let your brothers down? What do you think is like the main push to get you through those days, man?
Yeah, no, honestly, it's not about the crowd. It's not about how we look. It's about relying on your brother and trusting him. And I feel like we have such a great bond and team here, and we do everything for each other, and we do everything for the good of this team. And I feel like that's what motivates a lot of us. Like, we say we like to play against these rivals and other teams, but at the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's going to be days where you don't want to come in and you don't want to work, but you just have to tell yourself that you need to do this. You need to go out there and do this. And then eventually it becomes you get to do this.
Oh, okay, that's a real good perspective then. 'Cause that almost was gonna be my next question. Like, if it's somebody at home, like a high school player that's maybe on the edge of like quitting or not sure if they want to put in that work, you saying that drive is not letting down your brothers, basically. You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be those days like you don't want to get up, and it's fine. Like, it's normal to feel like you don't want to do hard things, but as long as you get them done is what matters.
Yeah. Just approach every day the same. I mean, if you work hard, then it becomes a habit. Hard work can become a habit.
And is it mad competitive in the room too? There's that, I think they call it like a healthy competition amongst each other. You know, even though you all want to be that spot, you still going against each other to get that spot, right?
Yeah.
But you still got to support each other at the same time. So is that difficult, or is that pretty easy to get done because of the love, or what?
It's an interesting dynamic for sure.
Okay.
Because everybody wants to be that top dog. Everybody wants that starting spot. Yeah. But at the same time, you're brothers, so.
You gotta figure that part out. Don't be a toxic brother.
Yeah.
Setting them up for failure type thing. Like, go right when you know they're supposed to be going left type stuff.
At the end of the day, it's all about winning games.
So what about you? Like, you play with some great players. I think like Neil Smith, Walter Robertson, some guys back then. Was your room pretty all in on each other and stuff like that? Or is there some things you wish can be better, or you would have changed now?
Well, I think that the same as far as competitive spirit amongst the players and the team, but at the end of the day, we wanted to win. We wanted to support each other. I do wish that we had what I see on the field as a product today. You can tell what you're describing on the sidelines. Everyone there is there for each other, and that's a culture that's been built throughout the last few decades, and we got to start building that culture, but it's really been rewarding to see it get to where it's at today.
Yeah, that's true. It's crazy how you can see it, though. I'm trying to wonder if people at home, if you can see that bond on the field amongst, I don't know if it's because we play, we can see stuff that we wanted, you know what I mean, and stuff maybe that we needed, or if it's transitioned to people at home where they can see like all our guys are really rooting for each other and fighting for each other. But I think it shows on some of them scoreboards.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I think it shows by the number of people who are in the fans, or in the seats. Excuse me. I mean, when we were playing, 2,000 or 3,000 people would show up. Now we're topping 20,000 on a weekly basis, and I think the fans not only see the success, but they see what the team brings to the community and to the program.
Let's get into some fun stuff. Give me some music you listen to. What did you listen to on your off
music?
time? Yeah.
I listen to a lot of stuff. J. Cole.
What?
XXX Tentacion.
Oh, okay. They doing that in San Diego, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So those are the people I mostly listen to. Some Ski Mask, maybe.
Oh, okay. So okay, all right. So before I move over here, what's on your pregame?
My pregame?
Yeah, playlist.
Oh shoot. Probably like Take a Step Back.
Okay.
Man.
So you do the turn up music?
The turn up music.
Okay.
I like a lot of screaming.
Okay. Yeah. People don't know. I used to listen to Danzig before the game. It was like a heavy metal band back in the day. Like, they're like, well, you from Compton. What you listen to this metal band for? Like, I don't know, because it get me mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe want to go punch somebody real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how people can listen to like slow music before a game.
No, and I knew some cats that do that stuff too, though. You know what I'm saying? What you listening to? Yeah, some Frank Sinatra, man. We just snapping our fingers out there. Okay, what about you? Give me what you listen to and what's on your pregame.
Perk, I listen to everything. I listen to country. I listen to banda. I listen to rap. I listen to everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but my pregame is mostly like T Grizzly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You on
some
that?
hype
Okay, you
music.
on that gangster stuff too? Try to snatch somebody's body out. But then when you listen to everything. You listen to some of your cultural stuff. Give me some cultural I can listen to on my drive home here today.
Some like Mexican music.
Yeah. I know Selena.
Selena, yeah. I'm trying to remember his name.
Okay. And what about you, Dev, man? What did you listen to before your games?
Metallica,
Yeah.
every single time.
From all throughout college.
All throughout college, I'd put Metallica on. I'd fall asleep about song 2 and wake up about song 8.
Really?
Yep, take a nap.
Wait, Metallica put you to sleep?
Yep.
Okay, you are something different then. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to be a good lawyer then. You can sleep
Especially
to
on the away
Metallica.
games.
I mean, you probably the best poker player at this table right now, huh?
When we were on the bus and away games, heading to from the hotel to the stadium, throw on Metallica and instantly out like a light.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. That leads to some crazy dreams then right there. You know what I'm saying? You got one for me, Seabass? What you got,
He's an
man?
artist, Chalino Sanchez. Do you know who he is?
Nah, but I'm gonna listen to
All right,
it.
you listen to him.
Say, what's the first name again?
Chalino.
Seleno? Seleno Sanchez. Yeah. Okay. Some bangers is like mariachi stuff or?
It's like, yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. If you had superpower, give me your superpower.
Superpower, I'd probably be stop time.
Oh, really?
I'd be time freeze.
So like snap the finger, we all gotta do that. You go dig in our nose and do some stuff like everybody like sitting around and stuff like that. What's for why? Give me.
I don't know. You just have more time in the day. You can do a lot of more stuff.
I didn't even think about that part. I'm thinking diabolically. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess you can't be mad productive.
He's trying to get more work done.
Yeah, you are a hard worker. That's a good one. What about you, C?
I'll say time travel, so I can just go back or go anywhere I want.
Dope. Okay, so if you was able to do that, what would be the first person or place you would go to?
I'd probably go into the future,
Really?
far future, and
Just to see what's going on?
yeah.
I don't know, what was on some Thanos stuff and the whole world is all, you gotta come back depressed or something like that? We looking like Mars? Yeah.
And I look at life differently if I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about going back, but the future would be kind of dope just to see some stuff you wouldn't get a chance to see, huh?
What about you, Perkins?
Oh, that's a good
You're asking
one.
those hard questions.
I
Put
know.
you on the spot.
That's a good one. I probably, I'm still diabolical. I'll say like be invisible. You know what I'm saying? Because I get in a lot of conversations with a lot of people I don't want to sometimes. So if I could just like snap my finger,
Be
bro,
out
and
of
just
there.
like be out right in front of you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, not everybody have the best breath sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like those be the ones that want to talk to you the closest, you know what I'm saying? So I just be like, wink an eye or something and just disappear right there. I deal with it later, you know what I'm saying? Like all my stuff twitched, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what happened. I don't know how I disappeared on you, my bad. I'll see you next semester, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a superpower. I think just, and that sounds a little wishy-washy, but bring peace. Like just snap your finger and all of a sudden just peace. Yeah, everything's good. Then you don't need all those superpowers.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Get to that point of harmony. We don't have to worry about nothing else from then on.
Right.
Nah. Everybody moving the same way. Oh, that was a good answer, boy. You running for something soon? Because if not, I'm going to vote for you. I'll be your campaign manager.
Right.
That was a great answer right there, man. Looking back now that you're done, what's some things that you maybe want to tell these guys? You know what I mean? 'Cause how many years you got left?
I got 2.
You same thing too. They got 2 more years left in their collegiate career.
Right.
What's something you would like to tell them that you know now that you're done playing?
Well, it only lasts so long, even if you go to the next level. So at the end of the day, you got to use this muscle, right? And that's the one that's going to take you the furthest. But as far as the experience now, just embrace it, remember it. Even those days where you're waking up at 6 and you're at the weight room and you're hating life, like, you'll remember those days, and they're good ones. So just keep those with you and carry on. And then the one thing is the group of people that you meet and the friends that you make. And when I say group of people, there's even the ones outside of the people that you meet that just know who you are, and be willing to reach out to those folks and look for help, and then also be willing to give back to it. That's my advice.
All right. That's a wrap now. That's our MSU D-line. Look out for them. They'll be the guys on top of quarterbacks celebrating. Y'all got some sack celebrations and stuff? Yeah. Y'all got some stuff lined up? Okay. I want to get funky this year, all right? Because I'm going to make you get more sacks so we can see more of the dances, all right? So actually, comment if you're watching this video below. If you got like a sack dance or something you want to see them do, let us know. We'll look at it throughout the season, and maybe you'll see one of your celebrations when they got a quarterback on their booty. Thanks so much for coming out here today. Thanks, guys, for your time. I'm going to let you get back to work, let you get back to studying film, let you get back to keeping people out of jail or putting them in jail.
Hopefully neither.
Okay. Thanks guys for everything today. Thanks you guys again. And that's a wrap.
We just getting started like the kickoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch the lift off.